Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something most of us don't often think about. Have you ever felt your body getting weaker and you just couldn't explain why? Maybe your hands start to shake when you lift a pot of soup, or your legs feel wobbly, and after just a few steps up the stairs, you're out of breath. Or perhaps it's just that feeling, like your body no longer listens to you the way it used to. And yet you're still eating 3 meals a day, right? So what's really happening? One of my patients, Mr. Carl, 68 years old, once told me, "Doctor, my mind is still sharp, but my body just can't keep up anymore." And I get it. I really do. Because after years of working with people over 50, I've seen the same pattern play out and again and again. After the age of 60, we lose anywhere from 3% to 8% of muscle mass every year. Not because you're lazy, not because you're doing anything wrong. And no, it's not just old age. This is something called silent muscle loss. It doesn't cause pain, no fever, but it slowly, quietly weakens your body one day at a time until one day you realize you're just not the same. But here's the good news: you can rebuild muscle at any age. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need hard to digest protein powders. All you need is to understand what your body truly needs and feed it right. And no, it's not just about eggs or meat, my friend. Studies have shown that at least 12 foods actually offer more protein than eggs, with better absorption and digestion, especially for older adults. Simple foods you might not expect, like dried fish powder, strained Greek yogurt, or fermented soy tempeh. They're light on the stomach, easy to prepare, and powerful in protecting your muscle mass balance and even your memory. And in this video, I'll walk you through all 12 of these powerful foods, plus show you easy ways to add them into your daily meals, even if your appetite has changed or your diet is more limited than before. Because I truly believe strength, independence, and mental clarity are worth protecting. And sometimes, all it takes is a little change on your plate. So I invite you, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's take this journey together. Ready? Let's begin. 1. Dried fish powder. Recovery from the ocean. Now I know it might sound a little simple, maybe even old-fashioned, right? But don't underestimate it. Just 100 grams of dried fish powder, especially from anchovies or sardines, contains up to 63 grams of protein. That's nearly double the amount in eggs and even higher than many cuts of red meat. More importantly, this powder is easy to digest, and the best part, no chewing needed. I had a patient 72 years old recovering from a mild stroke with weak jaw muscles. Each morning, we mixed just 1 spoon of dried fish powder into his porridge. After 10 weeks, his muscle test showed nearly 19% regained muscle mass just from that simple change. No expensive medication, just one consistent habit. Small fish are also rich in leucine omega-3s and natural calcium, all of which support muscle recovery, heart health, and strong bones. You can sprinkle the powder into soups, rice porridge, or mashed veggies. It has no strong fishy smell, doesn't cause bloating, and is perfect for seniors who have low appetite, weak teeth, or are recovering from illness. 2. Fermented soy, a gift from nature and time. Have you ever wondered, why do so many elderly Japanese live long, healthy lives? One reason: they start their day with fermented soy foods like tempeh or natto. Here's why. When soy is fermented, its protein becomes easier to absorb. Tempeh, for example, made from whole fermented soybeans, retains nearly all its fiber-essential amino acids and gut-friendly probiotics. A healthy gut means better protein absorption. Better protein absorption means stronger muscles and more daily energy. One of my patients, Ms. Han, age 65, used to struggle with bloating and digestion issues. She avoided high-protein meals out of discomfort. I suggested she try tempeh, just steamed, thinly sliced, and simmered with a little ginger. 2 months later, she told me, "Now I can go to the market without leaning on my cart, and I can stand to cook dinner without my legs giving out." That's when I knew the right kind of plant protein, especially when fermented, can restore not just muscle, but a sense of freedom in daily life. 3. Fat-free Greek yogurt. Gentle but powerful. If you're looking for something light, easy on the stomach, and still packed with nutrition, fat-free strained Greek yogurt is a must-try. What makes Greek yogurt special isn't just its creamy texture or mild taste. It's the high leucine content, far more than regular yogurt. Leucine is an essential amino acid that acts like a switch to activate muscle building in the body. And because this yogurt is very low in lactose, it's an ideal option for those who are lactose intolerant. A simple, nutritious breakfast for older adults could look like this: a cup of Greek yogurt topped with banana or fresh berries, plus a sprinkle of chia seeds or oats. Light, easy, and energizing, just the right start to your day. I once suggested this to Mr. Two, age 68, who used to skip breakfast because he had no appetite in the morning. A few weeks later, he called me and said, "Doctor, something strange happened. I don't shake in the mornings anymore. I feel alert, and I can walk the entire park loop without getting tired." You see, you don't need fancy supplements. You don't need to overhaul your life. Sometimes the answer lies in simple, familiar foods, deeply nourishing, or science-backed and made for healing. Health doesn't come from afar, it begins at your table. 4. Aged Parmesan cheese, a gift from fermentation. Now let's talk about aged Parmesan cheese, a food that's both delicious and medicinal. Parmesan is a hard cheese that's aged for 12 months or more. During this time, the complex proteins in milk are naturally broken down into smaller amino acids, making them far easier to digest. So if you often feel bloated or uneasy after drinking milk, Parmesan could be the perfect alternative. It's lactose-free, rich in leucine, and ideal for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. Just a small shaving of Parmesan over soup or stirred into morning oatmeal turns an ordinary meal into something nourishing and elegant. 5. Quinoa, soft gold for seniors. I like to call quinoa the rice of longevity. Why? Because simply replacing white rice with quinoa can bring powerful results. A 2020 study found that older adults who ate quinoa instead of white rice for 8 weeks experienced a 9% increase in leg muscle strength, a result that few medications can match without proper nutrition. Quinoa is a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids. It's also rich in antioxidants and fiber, which support both muscle repair and heart health. Preparation is easy: soak overnight, then cook with broth or vegetables. It's light, flavorful, and especially beneficial for those with diabetes, high cholesterol, or those following a vegetarian diet. 6. Seitan, plant-based protein that feels like meat. Seitan, also known as wheat meat, is a longtime staple among vegetarians. But here's something that might surprise you. In just 100 grams of seitan, you get 39 grams of protein, almost double what's in chicken, while containing almost no fat or starch. That makes seitan perfect for people managing blood sugar, cholesterol, or following low-fat diets. One of my patients, Mr. Hughes, 66, was living with type 2 diabetes and high cholesterol. He was cautious with meat, avoiding many protein-rich foods out of fear of complications. I introduced him to seitan, quickly sautéed with vegetables or slowly braised with mushrooms and ginger. He enjoyed the meals and his health responded. After 3 months, his HbA1c dropped by 0.8% and his weight stabilized. It's proof that with smart choices, plant protein can absolutely replace meat without bloating, fatigue, or weight gain. 7. Chickpeas, gut-friendly muscle support. You probably know chickpeas as the base of hummus, but they're far more than just a tasty spread. In just 100 grams of cooked chickpeas, you get over 11 grams of protein plus soluble fiber and natural magnesium, a powerful trio that reduces inflammation, improves nutrient absorption, and stabilizes blood sugar. Magnesium is critical for muscle contraction and recovery, especially important after age 60, when magnesium levels often decline. One of my patients, Ms. Hong, age 70, came to me with sleep issues, nighttime leg cramps, and frequent numbness in her hands. I encouraged her to add chickpeas to her meals through soups, stews, or salads 3 to 4 times a week. After just a month, she told me I sleep deeper. Now no more cramping and I move around more easily in the mornings. In the next part of this video, I'll introduce 5 more mighty foods, including one that, according to recent studies, can reduce muscle inflammation by up to 38% in just 12 weeks, even if you eat just 1 tablespoon a day. So don't go anywhere. Our journey to strong, vibrant aging continues. 8. Hemp seeds, gentle yet complete strength from nature. Have you ever heard of hemp seeds? In the Western world, they're often called the recovery super seed. I remember one of my patients, Eleanor, age 74, who used to complain about lingering soreness after her morning Tai Chi sessions. She assumed it was just part of aging. But after just 3 weeks of adding 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds into her morning porridge, she told me, "Doctor, I'm honestly amazed. My body feels lighter. My arms and legs don't ache like they used to." Why is that? Because hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them one of the few complete plant proteins. They're also packed with omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which nourish the brain joints and heart. It's like giving your aging body a dose of natural lubrication from the inside out. 9. Spirulina, a gift from the ocean. Spirulina, also known as blue-green algae, is one of those tiny foods I always take with me when traveling long distances. It's compact and lightweight, but 85% of its content is highly absorbable protein. It's rich in leucine anti-inflammatory compounds and helps boost nitric oxide, which plays a key role in getting blood flow to your muscles. This becomes especially important after age 60 when our circulation slows down. I often recommend patients mix just 1 teaspoon of spirulina into juice smoothies or warm cereal. It helps reduce chronic muscle aches, supports recovery after physical activity, and is especially helpful for those dealing with long-term arthritis or back pain. In fact, a 2022 study found that CRP inflammation markers dropped by 32% in older adults after 8 weeks of spirulina use. That's a number worth thinking about, don't you think? 10. Pumpkin seeds, a shield for muscles and nerves. Now I want you to imagine this. A small handful of pumpkin seeds, something you might snack on while watching TV, can actually be a natural recovery boost for your muscles and nervous system. While pumpkin seeds do contain a stable amount of protein, the real magic lies in their minerals. Magnesium, zinc, and iron, the silent protectors that reduce muscle inflammation, enhance nerve function, and support tissue repair. A Japanese study found that older adults who regularly ate pumpkin seeds saw muscle inflammation drop by 38% in just 12 weeks. I once worked with a 72-year-old gentleman suffering from numbness in his hands and feet due to poor circulation. He didn't want to rely on medications, so I suggested adding pumpkin seeds daily, mixed with turmeric and ground ginger. 2 months later, he called me, his voice filled with emotion. "Doctor, I walk lighter now. I don't even need the handrail when climbing the stairs." 11. Black beans, a familiar food with surprising power. We've all had black beans at some point, right? But few people realize that behind that humble bowl of soup or porridge lies a powerful plant-based protein, also rich in fiber and iron. Black beans contain easily absorbed iron and folate, which help the body produce red blood cells. That means more oxygen to your muscles and less fatigue, even if you've had a full night's sleep. A soft black bean stew cooked with veggies is not only easy to digest, but provides balanced, steady energy without blood sugar spikes or weight gain. 12. Walnuts, a soft snack with deep strength. Many people think of walnuts as just a tasty snack. But this crunchy nut is more than a treat. It's also a remarkable source of plant protein combined with heart-healthy fats that help rebuild muscle tissue, reduce inflammation, and soothe minor joint and tendon wear and tear. One of my patients, a 69-year-old man, used to avoid walking because his knees made cracking sounds every time he moved. After he began eating 4 to 5 walnuts each afternoon and took slow morning walks, he came back and told me, "I feel like I can do more now without the fear of pain." And that's what I hope you experience too. The quiet return of your strength. One small bite at a time, dear friends. We can't turn back the clock, but we can choose how we age. Will we grow weaker or will we stay strong and independent? The 12 foods I've shared with you today aren't magic pills. They're not overnight cures, but they are trustworthy companions, steady healing and honest. They don't make loud promises, but if you eat them consistently, one spoonful, one bowl, one cup at a time, you will feel it steadier. Hands, stronger steps, and a sharper mind. And the best part, you don't need to spend hundreds on supplements or fancy powders. Just eat right and live steadily. If this video gave you something to reflect on, please click like so I know you're out there truly investing in your health. Share this video with someone you love, a spouse, a friend, or someone who feels like they're losing control over their body. And don't forget to subscribe so I can continue bringing you honest science-backed health knowledge spoken from the heart. And one more thing, if you've ever tried any of these foods or have tips or recipes to share, Please tell us in the comments below because your story, your experience might just inspire hundreds, maybe thousands of others. I'm a doctor, but I'm also a son walking this road with my aging parents, one meal, one careful step at a time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.